Tourism is down in Las Vegas. Let's find out why. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you're so motivated to do so. This is Wonders of a Black Woman.
I'm driving down Las Vegas Boulevard right now. You guys, it's fucking dead. Just hang on. On down here. That's insane. There's no one. There's no one. Y'all, where are all the people?
It's just a guess, but I don't think too many people want to be walking around in 110-degree weather. Maybe they're inside in the air-conditioned buildings. Just a guess.
Oh, a couple people. Found a couple people.
Numbers are in, and they absolutely suck. Tourism is down 6.5% year over year. Do you remember what happened in 2008? All it took was 15% to have this house of cards completely crumble. So we're at 6.5 now. And I've got a few reasons on why that could be. People are tired of getting ripped off. Let's talk about it. $17 cocktails. That's actually the cheap cocktail. By the pool, you're going to pay $30. And in a nice place, you're going to pay $24, $25, and that's not before you add the ice cube and you smoke it, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's awesome, but it's a little bit expensive, don't you think? $55 resort fees, $80 breakfast, $26 water bottles at the Aria. Now, I understand you're going to Las Vegas to have the luxury experience, but you used to receive that without the high price. You used to be treated like a king.
Here's a video of the Strip on August 4th, 2025. It doesn't look like it's dead to me, although there are times where things are, well, dead. This definitely wasn't one of those times. So, I don't know. Do you think Vegas is dead?
Tourist hubs are very rapidly declining, and it's a very serious issue. Las Vegas hotel occupancy is down dramatically, and that is with the decline of overall available hotel rooms. Remember that the Mirage is no longer operating, and remember that the Tropicana is now closed as well. So with less rooms, the occupancy is lower. Las Vegas and other tourist communities are doing very poorly in terms of foreclosures. Nevada is number 2. Nevada has the second highest states for foreclosures nationally. Las Vegas foreclosures are 2 to 3 times the national average. There are reports on communities like Reddit where people are starting to talk about the rampant impacts of what they are calling layoffs in Las Vegas.
So I tend to agree with this gentleman just said. He's saying that tourist hubs are experiencing a decline in tourism, and that is really all over the world. The United States being a destination of choice, and places like Las Vegas is experiencing tourist decline. Now, there are many factors involved as to why that is, but a lot of it has to do with economic uncertainty and people not being willing to spend their money on vacationing when they don't know if the next week or the next month they will even have a job. Also, as many countries are experiencing economic turmoil and trying to recover, there are a lot of people who are being laid off, especially in service and hospitality driven states and cities like Las Vegas, Nevada. The current governor of Nevada needs to figure some things out. There is going to be another election, November of 2026. We already have a prominent Democratic candidate who is willing to run against him, who threw his hat in the ring, current Nevada Attorney General Aaron Ford. It's going to be interesting when they hit the campaign trail of what they plan on doing to bring more industries into Nevada and how they're going to address the decline in the service industry and the unemployment of Nevada. So we are going to be staying tuned to that race. A little bit into this NPR article regarding this issue of Las Vegas seeing a drop in tourism, hinting at broader economic woes facing the U.S. So this is an article from August 8th, 2025. After years of booming tourism in Las Vegas, the hot streak looks to be cooling off, and it may be a tell for the broader economy. For the sixth consecutive month this year, Las Vegas experienced a decline in the numbers of visitors year over year, with June seeing nearly 400K fewer visitors, or an 11.3% drop compared to the same time last year. And this is according to the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. Summer is typically a slower season for Las Vegas, given its heat. It's been well over 100 degrees here. And June was a quieter convention month than last year, according to experts on Las Vegas tourism. But the dip in tourism also comes amid growing concerns over the impact of President Trump's global trade war and immigration policies on international travel to the United States. Meanwhile, rising prices and tariffs appear to be changing how American consumers are spending their money. You know, I think you have some people that may want you to think that because Trump was elected, there's some big backlash with why things are the way they are. And I think there is some backlash because of the trade. I think there is some backlash because there are people who just don't like Trump. I think there is some backlash because of that. But I think the main thing that's driving the decline in global tourism, not just in the United States, but global tourism, is because people are more tighter with their money. You know, it's hard for people to go and live it up in a fantasy and have a good time on vacation when they get back home and they don't know if they are going to have a job. And the prices of things are really rising, and they have to tighten their belt. They have to cut back on things. They have to budget. They have to make adjustments for the state of the economies and the state of uncertainty that we're in. I mean, look, you have all these wars that are going on where people are trying to negotiate things down to cease fire. You have the prices of things. They have come down since Trump got in office, but still it's not down enough across the board that people would like. Las Vegas is still suffering because of the pandemic. You know, Las Vegas is still in recovery because of the pandemic. A lot of places are, but you have these places who were hit harder, like Hawaii, Las Vegas, different touristy-driven cities that still hasn't recovered from COVID, still hasn't recovered from Biden's economy, Bidenomics. And then Trump is in there, and things have not totally rebounded. So it's going to be interesting how the cast of political characters are going to manage things to bring things back where people have more money in their bank accounts to be able to take the opportunity to vacation. That's just the bottom line. Nobody's going to go on vacation spending all this money when they have to make sure that they have a safety net savings emergency fund because they don't know how things are going. So summer is typically a slower season for Las Vegas given its heat, and June was a quieter convention month than last year, according to experts on Las Vegas tourism. But the dip in tourism also comes amid growing concerns over the impact of Donald Trump's global trade war and immigration policies on international travel to the U.S. Meanwhile, rising prices and tariffs appear to be changing how American consumers are spending their money. In its June report, the LVCVA said the dip in tourism reflected a broader backdrop of persistent economic uncertainty and weaker consumer confidence. What happens in Las Vegas matters on a national scale because it often reflects larger trends, according to Andrew Woods, the director of the Center for Business and Economic Research at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. It tends to be a signal for potentially where the economy's headed. So let's look at some of the numbers. It's saying both hotel and occupancy rate and convention attendance in Las Vegas fell several percentage points this June compared to the same period last year. The Harry Reid International Airport also reported a decrease in roughly 318,000 passengers in June compared to last year, with drops in both domestic and international travel. On the road, traffic of Interstate 15 at California-Nevada border dipped by 4.3% in June. And that's according to the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Despite the slowdown, nearly 3.1 million people visited Las Vegas in June, and convention attendance is higher year to date compared to the first half of 2024. The LVCVA reported gambling revenue from the city's casinos slightly increased compared to June 2024, and that's according to the Nevada Gaming Control Board. So among the biggest blows has been the loss of visitors from Canada. Canada makes the most international travel into the United States, who make up the biggest share of Las Vegas's international market, according to Woods. A lot of slowdown we've seen in international travel is, from what I understand, primarily driven by the Canadian visitors. And NPR previously reported that many Canadians have scrapped their travel plans to the United States in protest of Trump's 35% tariffs on many Canadian goods and repeated remarks suggesting the country should become the 51st state. And of course, Trump was saying that Canada should become the 51st state because of so much money the United States sent to Canada. So, but I don't think they should become the 51st state. Obviously, they're not going to become the 51st state. In the U.S., more broadly, there was a drop in international travelers from nearly every region in the world in June compared to last year, according to preliminary summary from the National Travel and Tourism Office. Also, they claim that visa processing times and strict entry requirements have also been highlighted as barriers deterring potential international travels. The drop in international tourists, particularly for Canada, has also been felt in New York City, Cape Cod, and across California. The World Travel and Tourism Council in May said that the U.S. is on track to lose $12.5 billion in international spending this year. Also, like I said, more cautious spending. Another driver of Vegas' slowdown is persistent inflation and economic uncertainty, according to Woods. While these issues have existed for some time, they appear to be influencing how consumers spend. So, according to Woods, he's saying that people are just more discerning about how they're traveling and where they're spending their dollars. So I'm going to leave a link to this full NPR article in the description box below. But I think that the main driver of global tourism going down all across the world is not just Vegas, it's in other cities, it's also in other countries, is because people are just more cautious. They don't want to spend so much money, and that's just the way it is. So people can come in, and I have no skin in the game, but people can come in and they can say, oh, it's because of Trump that this is happening, but it's happening all over the world, and he's not the president all over the world. So people are dealing with high prices all over the world. He's not the president all over the world. I think that the average person is just trying to play it safe. They want to have a good time. They want to go out. They want to do all kinds of things. But they have to be realistic with what is in their budget. Let me know what you think. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you're so motivated to do so. This is Wonders of a Black Woman. Peace.
La vida es un